Hi, this is Dee at Aloha Astro. Let's take a look at the forecast for July 3rd. This will be the last day that the moon's in Libra this month before, well, maybe not for the whole month, but we're headed into a moon in Scorpio on the 4th. So we're winding down with that Libra energy. Moon transiting Libra Thursday, July 3rd emphasizes self-protection and integration of new information by retreating from contact or conversation in relationships, especially if the turbocharged expansive aspect patterns of the last 2 days have stretched you beyond your comfort zone. As the moon forms a square aspect with the Sun and Jupiter in Cancer and in opposition to Chiron in Aries, while Chiron squares Pluto retrograde in Aquarius and Pluto opposes Mercury in Leo. You may also be sensing the approach of Scorpio energy because the moon will be entering that secretive and boundary merging or protecting water sign in the early morning hours while you are sleeping and dreaming on the 4th. While there are still multiple favorable exchanges of energy between the planets today, which can keep things moving forward, such as Mercury trine to Saturn and Neptune in Aries, and Mars in Virgo sextile to the Sun and Jupiter, the urge to rest, retreat, proceed with caution, or just step out of the limelight will temper some of the excess of enthusiasm or too much high energy you have been feeling. Those of you who are introverts may be having a harder time making it through the day without losing your equilibrium, while observing the extroverts and thinking, something must be wrong with me. But I assure you it's not you. Some planetary aspects and transits just affect introverts and extroverts in different ways. If you are receiving invites to holiday events taking place this weekend, you may be on the fence about attending. Wait until the moon is in Scorpio tomorrow to give a definitive answer. You will know if it's yes or no by then. So here we can see that the Grand Trine and Kite, as well as the Mystic Rectangle that were in place over the last 2 days, have now fallen apart as the moon has moved further along in Libra. And we don't even have a complete T-square going on in here at the moment. We've got some squares, we've got an opposition, another opposition. Things are a little loosey-goosey today, which after all the geometric structure we had kind of driving energy forward can leave us feeling a little bit unbalanced. And Libra is all about that equilibrium and balance, and especially in relationships. And if you're not quite sure what you're feeling or where you're standing in things, this is a day to just kind of get back into being yourself, or if you've been overly giving with your energy, now it's time to kind of recalibrate, get back to more of a normalcy in your day-to-day life. Not that that's a bad thing. In fact, that really is what the emphasis is on, is to, hey, maybe slow down, pay attention, tune into how you're feeling. Are you feeling good? Are you tired? Do you need a rest? Are you going back over your plans or things that you said, particularly while we have Mercury opposing Pluto, the planet of communication, ideas, thought, opposing the planet of power and control, as well as crisis, intensity, upheaval. This is where you might be thinking, wow, maybe I bit off more than I can really chew. Whether it's a project, a plan, a person, whatever's going on, you may be feeling like, whoa, a little bit too much. And the same thing is emphasized a bit by the moon squaring the Sun and Jupiter, that is saying, hey, maybe you need to nurture yourself a little bit, or think about pulling back on some of the excess growth right now. And then Mars squaring Venus and Uranus, this also is a little bit emphasizing the need for a little bit of space. Or if you've been impulsive about your plans and eager to move forward, this is saying, hey, are you really fully prepared? Do you have everything you need? Direct your attention to the sextile between Mars in needs-oriented Virgo and the Sun and Jupiter in Cancer, which is also kind of needy-feely, and take a look, see if you are ready to move forward on something, or if you need a little bit more time to prepare and get things in place before you go ahead. We do have one enclosed geometric pattern, and that is this minor grand trine, which has been there for a while and will continue as long as these outer planets are all kind of in step with each other, moving ever so slowly, but still exchanging the energy as they're all within the beginning degrees of things. I know we're in final degree here with Venus and Uranus in Taurus, but by the time we get toward that full moon, they're off in Gemini, and they will be at beginning degrees of Gemini, while Saturn and Neptune are still hanging out their beginning degrees, and we've got Pluto still at a beginning degree. Power, work, and discipline with faith and inspiration, beliefs, and what you desire, as well as the impulse for change and looking at the future, are all in sync with each other. And it is talking about embarking on new things, going to a higher level, and persisting, knowing that you can have more, be more, and look toward the future in a positive way. And I know world events might have you thinking and feeling otherwise, but there are things in motion for the better that maybe you cannot fully understand right now or see, yet there is a bigger plan going on. We might just not see that some of the other things that are more challenging are meant to be, so that we decide to commit to a better future plan, and we take back some power, and we then work toward organizing together for that better future. There is a pulling together and an organization that's coming out of that minor grand trine, and it will have an effect, both in your personal life and globally. So that's it for today. Get ready for that holiday weekend, but don't be surprised if under the Scorpio influence, you may be a little bit more not wanting to engage with certain people or be around a lot of people unless they are people you already know and love and feel comfortable with. Take care, have a great day, and I'll be back again tomorrow.